Alright, I'm playing scenario number 4, Take the High Ground in the 1 Hour Wargames handbook. We have a frozen Soviet battlefield, Russian battlefield. I'm on turn 2. Turn 1 was basically the Blue Army, which is the Germans, arriving on the southern front here. Already 2 units of Soviet infantry on this hill, and in the rules it's either move and no shoot or stay still and shoot. So the German forces moved forward on turn 1. Their objective, of course, is to take the hill, and the Soviets' objective, of course, is to relieve the infantry on the hill. Let's see. So turn 1, basically, Germans arrive, they move forward, no shooting. Turn 2, it's Russians' turn. Their units arrive up there at the northern edge of the field on the east side of the road or on the road, and they'll have their opportunity to shoot with their 2 infantry here on the hill at my oncoming little battalion coming up there. Alright, at the end of turn 2, the Soviet forces on the hill shot at my oncoming armor and did nothing there, and did 2 points of damage over here. 2 hits, basically, the attrition rate. The Russian forces over here advanced. Since they advanced, they could not shoot. German turn. The Germans advanced, and on the infantry here on the hill, the armor remained still so they could shoot. And a tank gun did not move, so he could shoot, and my 2 infantry moved forward to intercept the oncoming Russians. The anti-tank gun on the Soviet armor did 3 points. Now we're on to turn 3. Okay, it's the end of turn 3. What happened on turn 3 was the Russians attacked here with their infantry and did a little bit of damage to the armor here. Russians come up, so they couldn't shoot, and the armor attacked my anti-tank gun there. Sorry about all the moving around like that. Anyway, armor attacked my anti-tank gun there and their artillery, and that's the damage they did there. Germans attacked back here, and Germans attacked back there, and here as well. And of course that equaled 15 points worth of hits on the Russian armor, so they're destroyed now. So now it's top of turn 4, and it's the Russian go. Okay, into turn 3, action on the hill. You see the Russian infantry unit on the hill was destroyed by the German armor and the German infantry, but only after he did a few more points of damage there. These 2 swapped a point each. They didn't do much to each other. Back over here, German infantry attacking the Russian infantry and vice versa, did some points of damage to each other, exchanged some gunfire there. Our anti-tank guns taking a pounding from the Russian artillery back there. By the way, this is an engineer piece, but I'm counting it as artillery for this game. Or actually, with 1 Hour Wargames, it counts as mortar, but we're calling it artillery. Infantry, they're taking some solid hits too from the artillery, and they put a few back on the Russian gun on the left there. So that's end of turn 3. Now we're on the top of turn 4, and Russian go. Alright, end of turn 4. Russian infantry on the hill is destroyed. Therefore, the Germans now occupy the hill. However, there's been some bloody mix-ups over here. Now you see the German anti-tank gun is only 3 points away from being destroyed itself. Over here, the infantry are really slugging it out with each other, with the Russian side only 2 points away from death. And then back over here, the infantry over here, German infantry, put a pretty good wallop on the Soviet Katyusha rocket artillery over there. So now they're now 11 points. But of course, the other artillery piece is unscathed. Important thing here, though, is that the German blue forces now control the hill, which is the scenario objective. However, we're at the start of turn 5, and there's 10 more turns to go if it lasts that long. Okay, the end of turn 5, saw some interesting things happen. We had 3 losses. The German anti-tank gun and German infantry were destroyed. Also, Russian infantry over here were destroyed as well. On the German, that was on the Russian side. On the German attack back, all they did was destroy there. These two obviously couldn't do nothing, but the Germans consolidated their power on the hill. Now, that leaves an interesting scenario going on, that with these units gone, then this unit here on the verge of death, that basically leaves like a noble sacrifice. They're going to have to move forward and attack. Otherwise, the artillery will just sit up there and just blow the shit out of what's on the hill. What's good news is that armor on the hilltops only take half damage. They're doing a turret down type of thing there. So I think the only German option to win here is for a noble sacrifice here of these units of this German infantry company, and for these German infantry to advance as well, just in case they're needed, which they probably will be, because these guys will probably die trying to take them out, and then that will still leave this artillery piece to lob shit over here. And if for some reason the artillery piece did destroy everything on the hill, he would have so many turns left to get up here and occupy it to win the game. So here we go, top turn 6. Okay, into turn 6. It went pretty quick here. Russian artillery went ahead and finished off the German infantry here, and on the German turn, the other artillery did a point of damage up here on the infantry, or did 4 points of damage rather. On the German turn, decided to leave this armor unit in command of the hill, holding the hill, and these 2 units moving forward to attack the artillery over there. So go ahead and remove the German infantry here, and now we're at the start of turn 7. Press and go. Alright, turn 7 went really quick. What happened was the artillery decided to attack the Germans advancing on their flank there, and they did a little bit of damage to the infantry here, but both these units attacked back. They didn't move on turn 7, and they attacked back and destroyed the Katyusha rocket artillery over there. So now we're at turn 8, and by the way, there's not a whole lot that artillery can do to armor on a hill. Artillery is already at a negative factor against armor, and armor on a hill with their top-down capability reduces any hits they take by half anyway. So he's pretty much safe up there from the Russian artillery. I guess it's possible if they could wear him down, but I doubt it. Not before these 2 units are going to take that out anyway, most likely. Turn 8. Okay, end of turn 7 here, or turn 8, forget which one, I think we're on 7. No, we're on 8. Anyhow, end of turn 8, the Russian artillery that was here, the Katyushas, destroyed, or rather this unit here rather, destroyed the German infantry. So they're gone now. And the 2 Russian armor advanced. I went ahead and advanced the armor on the hill up. And here's the plan. Annihilate that and then get back here. Which anyway, you annihilate that and that's the game anyway. But I'm still going to play it out to get back to this hill before turn 15. And since we're on the start of turn 9, that leaves me, 6 turns there to get back to the top of that hill, which should be no problem at all. Okay, the game lasted 13 turns, and I did what I talked about. I used both armor to attack the artillery and finally kill that, and then turn this armor back around to get back on the hill before the end of turn 15. So that was an interesting game. A little fun. You have to pardon my narration. I'm not used to making videos. This is new to me. I really enjoy the 1 Hour Wargame rules. They're a lot of fun. I like the emphasis on scenario design over rules mechanics. And for us, as a solo wargamer, you know, you can't beat the rule mechanics. I mean, it's just so simple. You know, roll one dice, and that's how many points of damage that unit takes. Bing, and you know, there's a modifier to it, but it's one modifier. It's not a whole lot of math like DBA. Add this, subtract this, if that. So it's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it. The only thing that I don't much like, or don't really care for, really, is the using dice to track hits on my units. And the rules don't indicate that you have to use dice. It doesn't say that. It just this seems to be the easiest way to record damage. I've tried using cards, but it gets a little hectic writing down bookkeeping on cards, what damage, what units took, and where they're at, so forth and so on. And sometimes you make a mistake and write the wrong damage down on the wrong card. But anyway, so far dice has been my best option. I thought about using little rocks for single points, and then larger rocks for 5, or dead people, you know, equal 10 points or 5 points, something like that. I might come up with something like that. I don't know. I looked at some other markers that, you know, basically be like, pretend like there's a dead soldier here, and it would have like numbers on each side, like maybe 1, 2, 3, or 4, or, you know, 1 or 5 or whatever, and that's what you would turn and adhere to the base to show the amount of damage that unit took. So I'll do some experiments on that and see. Right now, it seems like keeping track with dice is the simplest way to do it, even though it's kind of ugly. You know, you got your nice battlefield and everything, and you got dice all over it. But anyway, that was scenario number 4, 1 Hour Wargames, World War II, Germans versus Soviets, somewhere in the winter. Fun little battle. Thank you for watching.